Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Vtuber reading of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. Hope you are doing well. I'm assuming none of you will get a boner after this. And the Monster Girl we will be reading about today, of course, will be none other than the Griffin. I mean, kinda has this Native American kind of vibe, you know? Anyway, the Griffin. Family Griffin. I mean, sure. Type monstrosity. Habitat mountains and deserts. Nature violent. Okay, violent, hugely, and aggressive. Alright, I just had to double take that there, or had to do a double take there, so sorry for that. Diet, carnivorous, favors wild animals, especially horses. Alright, I already like the Griffin since I don't like horses either. Anyway, the Griffin is a monstrosity with the wings of an eagle and the lower half, or the lower body of a lion. They live in remote reaches of mountains and near desert ruins. Griffins were tasked long ago by the gods to guard ruins and the divine treasures resting within. They continue to fulfill their duty to this day because of their savage temperament. No shit. Griffins will beat back anyone who comes near the treasure under their care without mercy. They are also proud and valorous. It literally says a story is told of a griffin fighting off a dragon. Volume 1, page 216. For those of you who want to know more about the dragon, who has come to collect treasure. Thus, griffins snob humans. Yeah, it says snob humans as base thieves, seeking the gods' treasures and treat them with disdain. Oh, it's gonna change in a minute. Even so, the Griffin has the same instincts as any other monster when it comes to human men. Gee, I wonder why. Before achieving their current form, Griffins were extremely sensitive to the desire of humans. They would use it to track down thieves, and the rage they unleash upon the robbers would grow in proportion to their desire. Holy shit. Anyway, now the ferocity with which Griffins regard humans, regard men as rapacious. Alright, learned a new word there. If that's actually a word. Instead of murderous. Oh wait. Do they mean they see them as, does that mean Griffins see human men as, horrible? And yes, I'm not repeating that word. Anyway, the stronger the human's desire, the stronger the Griffin's desire for him, and the more uncontrollable her need to ravish him. Alright, so far no downsides to the Griffin, aside from them being aggressive. Griffins do not exhibit the reluctance to mate with lesser beings that that's often found in proud monsters. Rather, they seem to engage men without hesitation. So they're also confident in that regard then. Their chosen lover has no way to defend himself against the Griffins. Deep swoop from the sky. Alright. Also, if my avatar here actually lags, that's probably because it can't track my face properly anymore. I mean, currently I am sitting in kind of a dark room. Anyway. But still, she... essentially, from what I understand, she just dive bombs the man she wants, and regardless of whether he wants to or not, they're gonna mate. I mean, her design is pretty decent. I mean, I actually like the fact that it reminds me of something Native American, you know? Anyway, she pins him to the ground, mounts him, and swallows up his member straight away, rolling her hips with wild fury, in a manner similar to a man driven by hunger for treasure. The Griffin tramples him just as just as her desire dictates, bathing in the thrill of conquest. However, a transformation occurs as the two fornicate. The Griffin enhances the man with her monstrous body, causing his desire for the treasure to fade, and his desire for her, in that sexual kind of way, to intensify. His lust is like his hunger for goods and riches, as it states her fierce nature, and yet stirs her fierce nature, and yet his desire for her grows beyond physical arousal. It also kindles her monstrous desire to make a man her mate. By pleasuring her husband with her body, she enhances his desire for her. I mean, that's what they literally just told us a second ago. She loses herself in their lovemaking. It actually says lovemaking there. Her heart racing with a rapture she has never known. The Griffin may even come to cherish her man more fervently than the treasure she has been set to protect. Alright, now this next line here is essentially like her thought process from what I understand. So, I never knew that the desire of a human man, with which I thought to be so contemptible, so despicable, when it was directed at the treasure. When it was directed at the treasure I guarded, could be so wondrous, so precious when aimed at me. Therefore, she devotes herself to her husband, and may forget about the treasure and neglect her duties. A number of such incidents have been reported. So essentially, at some point you're just gonna enjoy her having forcibly rid you for a while. And probably you'll have like a moment where you just go, huh, I'm surprisingly okay with this now. I mean, fuck the treasure, right? I have this gorgeous woman here at that point. I mean, honestly, not what I would go for, but hey, if the situation comes to it, I wouldn't mind. But not something I would actively go for, though. Anyway, now to the bit of text that is below the additional artwork, which I, for very obvious reasons, could not use as the thumbnail. But I think I found a pretty bitching artwork to use for the thumbnail, though. And the censored version, too. Yes, it had an uncensored version. You can Google it. To a Griffin, the taste of a man's essence heightens her desire. The more he desires her, the more completely she becomes absorbed by pleasuring him with her mouth. And with that last sentence there, you can guess what the additional artwork actually depicts. You know? Anyway, that was it for this VTuber reading of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. I have to say the Griffin is not something that I would actively go for again, but should the situation arise, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, honestly, I kinda like the design. Yeah, like the lower half kinda reminds you of a furry, which sadly will have, I think, 2 perfect entries at least that would be categorized for people who like furry stuff. So, yeah. Luckily, they're close to the end, I think. I mean, it would suck if they're exactly the one that is next in the list, though. Hell, I think even Wonderland monsters are in here. And I think those would come up first before the furry shenanigans. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I'll be making. So yeah, bye!